Hi everyone, this is Mandy from Mark from Future Wellness, and this evening I wanted to share a little more around the Lifewave technology and just give you a little intro as to what this incredible product is all about. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I did try to go live on Instagram today, but I, for whatever reason, don't know why it is not working for me. So I'm not going to be too phased by it. I will do a recording and then I will share it with you like that. So as I said, Mandy from Mark from Future Wellness. This is the company that I work under for Lifewave and growing these wonderful or sharing these wonderful patches around the world with people. So disclaimer, I am an independent distributor of Lifewave, and the information on this presentation is not intended to diagnose, prescribe, treat, or cure any disease, illness, or condition and should not be used as a substitute for seeking professional or medical care. So my story started some 5 years ago when I was first introduced to Lifewave, and I was using it in my wellness practice here in George. And come COVID, I closed my practice just due to being able to help more people online around the world and also build the business with Lifewave going forward. So my passion is to help people, to teach them to embrace MLM. And it's really sad how many people look at MLM as a pyramid scheme and often fail because they simply don't know how to look at this as a proper business. Share this technology with the world as well while I do that. So imagine there was a product that would change the way you think about your wellness. There is a product that will give you back your well-being and vitality. Let's introduce you to a new technology linked to photolight therapy. Photolight therapy has been used to treat people for years. And let's introduce you to Lifewave.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. Lifewave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally.
So this is David Schmidt, CEO and inventor of Lifewave, an incredibly knowledgeable man who works with people in the medical industry to make sure that Lifewave patches work deep into our cellular structures to repair our bodies from the inside out. So let's take a look at his latest invention. So that is a drone that is quite large. It's not small at all, and it can hold quite a lot of emergency gear. So what they are going to do is they are going to place these drones in certain countries, and dependent on if they've got any natural disasters and they cannot get to people in time, or they can get the drone to the country where they can actually pack it full of supplies and first aid equipment that they would need to get to people that are stranded and the rescue workers cannot get to them, so they can send this kind of gear to them without them being destitute and having to wait for hours and hours. So it's rather large. It doesn't look large there, but it's rather large, and can be packed with quite a lot of stuff. So incredible, incredible invention. He actually did it with his son, and pretty damn amazing. Let's listen to David Schmidt, the inventor of this technology, explain a little more around photo light therapy.
So the patches are a form of phototherapy, as you say, and they stimulate the skin with very low levels of light. So there is a very well documented interaction between the human body and light. There's well over 5,000 published clinical studies on using light to influence the metabolic processes within cells and within the human body. So, for example, one of the things that can be done with light is to turn on mitochondrial function. And this is an area that I look into because mitochondrial function is directly connected with how we age, either in a good way or not so good way. So a common example that we would use is you go out in the sun, and you might notice I have a little bit of color. And there's an X39 story, by the way, there that we can circle back on. But it's a good example how you go out in the sun and sunlight will elevate vitamin D, or sunlight will elevate melanin, giving us a tan. Melanin is actually a very powerful antioxidant, and it protects the skin from damage from UV radiation. For men that are interested in elevating their testosterone, you go out and you subject your androgen receptors and your trapezius muscles up on your shoulders to UV light, and it elevates testosterone. So non-drug method for elevating testosterone. So so it's very well documented that light will cause biochemical changes within the human body. What we do with the patches is I discovered a way that we could process completely organic materials so that they, when activated by body heat, they reflect very low levels of light that stimulate the skin. This will in turn cause a biochemical change in the cell, which we document with blood tests and with urine tests and bioelectrical tests. So in the case of X39, we stimulate the skin with low levels of light, and it causes the cells to produce more copper peptide.
So in 2004, it was founded by David Schmidt. Lifewave launches their energy enhancers, which rocked the sports world. In 2011, the release of the Y-Age Eon quickly became their top seller. 2018 was the launch of the X39, and then 2021 was the pre-launch of the X49. And we launched it the beginning of this year, the launch of the X49, and I'll tell you more around that. In 2022, they are going to be launching their 2 aromatherapy sprays, which are all around structured water and really balancing your hormones. We cannot wait to hear more around those products. So here they are. You'll find that they're going to be Shine, Lifewave Shine, and Lifewave Dream. So Shine will first of all wake you up in the morning and get you energized. How many days of the week do you wake up feeling energized and awake? You will feel, or if you feel low on energy in the morning, you're not alone. 45% of people sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night report feeling tired or fatigued up to 3 times a week upon rising. Every day is your day to shine. Lifewave Shine Aromatherapy Mist is a blend of natural herbs and essential embedded oils into the proprietary energized in structured water, allowing for rapid results. And the test that they've done has proved to be some very, very interesting results. And then you've got dream. How many nights do you toss and turn yearning for sleep to come? Roughly 62% of adults worldwide feel that they do not sleep well and they go to bed at night, and insomnia is known to affect between 30 to 45% of people. Beyond your wildest dreams, Lifewave Dream Aromatherapy Mist is a natural blend of calming ingredients that create a zen-like environment and promote feelings of peace at bedtime as you unwind and relax. So this is the wonderful coach from Stanford. He is the coach of the women's swimming Olympic team. They were competing and they were wearing the patches. They betted their best that year. And the other athletes said that they had an unfair advantage because of the patches they were wearing. They were then told to remove them and they went off and to get tested. They came back and they said there's absolutely nothing in there. So literally all it does is tap into the body's natural processes for healing, to up stamina, up performance. So incredible product. And that is kind of when Lifewave was really launched, because there was so much in the media around this because they were Olympic athletes that a lot of sports people got to know about it and then started trying them out and started loving them. So Lifewave's vision is to share this technology with the world. What does this technology mean for us? Well, better sleep, more energy, more youthfulness from the inside out. So health at its peak, not just on the outside, but on the inside where it counts. So Lifewave products, there are many products in the range of Lifewave. We are just missing 2 in South Africa, Alavida and Nirvana. We will see once registered if they will come into South Africa, but we have all the others. So let's talk about balancing homeostasis. For those of you out there that are wanting to really get your well-being on track, this is the way that you'll do it with Lifewave when you start. Your Eon patches are going to help with stress and inflammation. Your glutathione patches are going to help with detox and immune support. Your carnosine are going to repair your organs. You get a little booklet that will explain to you exactly where to patch them. So as I said, we have Icewave for pain relief, Silent Nights for better sleep. Energy enhancers are for natural flow of energy, the ones that we used for the Olympic sports for the swimmers. And if you add the SP6 to that, it starts breaking down fat and balancing hormones. So remembering also that the energy enhancers take fat and turn it into energy. So for ladies out there that want to slim down for summer, this is one of the patches that you can use to do so. Alavida is not here yet. It's our skin range and also an incredible patch, Alavida. It makes you sleep like a baby. So reverse aging, never before. So imagine activating your stem cells every single day. Just going to speed that up a little bit. Sorry, I think it's our internet that's making it lag a bit. So let's listen to David as to why stem cell injections aren't always the best solution.
Stem cell injections definitely are going to become more widely available, less expensive in the future. But right now, there really hasn't been a huge success in the conventional stem cell industry. There's some problems, meaning that you can't always control the way stem cells are going to divide. So one of the methods, for example, would be you can cultivate stem cells from a person's own body, and this is a little bit less risky, and then re-inject them. But if you have somebody, let's say over the age of 50 or 60, the quality of those stem cells has declined and they're not as good as repairing tissues. So a little bit of pro and con there. But in any case, problem is when you can't completely control the way a stem cell divides, that's when accidents happen. So there have been experiences that people have where the stem cell differentiates into different tissue. This has happened in animal experiments where early on in Japan, they were doing research into Parkinson's disease. They would inject stem cells into the brains of monkeys, and the monkeys would die because the stem cells divided in an uncontrollable fashion. So when they would open up the monkey, they'd find in the brain hair cells, muscle cells, liver cells. So this is one of the risks and dangers. Another problem is that if you're not managing inflammation, the stem cell colonies die off very quickly. So let's say the reason why a person wants to get a stem cell injection is to treat a chronic injury. Let's say they have torn rotator cuff in their shoulder. Well, the inflammatory chemicals, such as the inflammatory cytokines, the stem cells are attracted to that inflammation, but the inflammation also kills off the stem cells. So this is why some people go for stem cell injections and they don't get any result. And it's because of the inflammation. So with our tech, copper peptide and also the EON patch are wonderful at managing inflammation. And this is why people get results with our products when a stem cell injection fails.
So why can Lifewave technology, or what can Lifewave technology do for us with regards to stem cells?
In question, because stem cells are they are subjected to the aging process just like every other cell in the body. And the number of stem cells is limited by what's called the Hayflick limit. So in other words, cells have telomeres, which are rods that are attached to chromosomes. And as cells divide, the telomeres shorten. And once the telomeres are gone, then you don't have any new cells. So this happens with stem cells. The quality of the stem cell degrades with age under normal, quote unquote, normal circumstances. And the number of stem cells that are available to us also declines with age until eventually we don't have any more stem cells. Now, what's interesting about this is that there are ways to circumvent that process, and that's some of the work that we do. So in other words, if you can find a way to lengthen the telomeres, which we have, and we've done it in a controlled fashion, you can make the cells younger, and you can also extend the number of times they divide, meaning that we can, with this tech, increase the number of total stem cells over a person's life, and those stem cells will be younger in the process. So that means we can extend lifespan and we can extend how long people stay younger.
So the X39 stem cell activating patch gives you these amazing benefits. Rapid pain relief because it works on pain receptors as well by default. Reduced inflammation, supports wound healing, energizing and vitality, mental clarity, enhances sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, improved skin appearance, and so much more. Well, here we're going to talk about our new arrival, which is the X49. So the X49 was all around stamina and performance. So this is around promoting strength, giving you back the strength that you've lost over time, supports a healthy cardiovascular system, reduces muscle soreness and promotes recovery from exercise. It also supports a fat loss when you use it with a healthy diet and an exercise program. So envision yourself doing the things you love longer and more energy, drive, and better results. This performance is reimagined. So you're placing it exactly the same places as you'll do the X39, 2 finger widths below the belly button and on the back of your neck on that little area that they call the hammer. On the little bump, you're going to place the patches there.
Well, a lot of this is covered in the instructions. When we test the patches in our clinical studies, people are wearing them during the day. On a technical basis, there's probably not a reason why someone couldn't wear it in the evening, but for the moment, because of the clinicals, we recommend that people wear the patches during the day. Where you apply them in the studies, we apply them behind the neck, below the belly button. Just about anywhere on the body is okay. Some people, when they have an injury, let's say they have, a cut or broken bone or something like that, and they want to support the healing process, they want to put the patch at the location of the injury. There's no reason why you can't do that, but we found in our blood studies that the effect is systemic. So just about anywhere that you put it, it's going to have an effect on the entire body. In combining patches, X39 behind the neck, X49 below the belly button is just fine. It's going to work for the entire body. Again, if someone had an injury and they want to help reduce pain, I'd recommend adding Eon and then putting Eon at the point of pain. We found, as a practical matter, that works extremely well. Patches should be worn 12 hours. Reason for this, that you don't want to wear it more than that, is that the patches trap body heat to activate them. So if you wear them longer, they could irritate the skin. And then also there's a phenomena in phototherapy called attenuation, meaning if you wear them too long, your body can stop responding. So don't wear them continuously 24 hours a day. Your body will stop responding. So 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Perfect.
So get stronger, faster. Stuck in your fitness routine maybe, been ill for a while and need your stamina back? We've got a slogan in our team: you got to wear them to believe them. So wearing the X39 and X49, this can elevate this GHK-cu copper peptide, which isolates the body and in turn protects against EMF frequencies, which we are probably going to need in the future. So here you see the large amount of sportsmen around the world that are using these incredible patches. And we see some very recent photos of some very up-and-coming tennis pros that are using them. Because it's natural, it's not giving your body anything, so they have no fear in them getting into any trouble.
My dream was to be a professional motocross racer from age probably 10, 11 years old. I basically practiced every single day after school, and my dad brought me to the races 35, 40 weekends a year for 11 straight years. And so that set the tone for my life in the sense of that's what I want to do. When I was 17, had an accident on my motocross bike and was out practicing, hit a rock in some grass, and it sent me flying. I landed straight down on my head and instantaneously lost feeling. So you can imagine, all of a sudden, the universe has other plans, and you adjust. The first time I got in a racing wheelchair, it was the first time that I felt free. The first time was just blissful. It was the first time that I forgot about my accident. I forgot about what I couldn't do. I started remembering what I could do and who I was. And all of a sudden I was lit up. After my accident, the first thing I did was set a goal to finish a marathon. And then fast forward 10 years and I did almost 30 marathons. And shortly after doing my first triathlon, I realized I wanted to do an Ironman. And shortly after that, I made it my goal to win Ironman. It's 140 miles, 2.4 mile swim in the ocean, 112 mile bike in the lava fields, and a 26.2 mile marathon. And this takes about 12 hours to complete. Fast forward 8 years, heartbreak, failure, ups and downs, roller coasters, and I get to the Ironman World Championships and I win. I'm not interested in being a disabled person. I'm interested in doing something that's big on this planet. And for me, it was, how do I get the best for myself? And for me, it just was athletics and sports was the vehicle. And so ever since then, it's just, how do I be my best? I first discovered Lifewave because I had pulled my shoulder cross-country skiing. So as a wheelchair athlete, cross-country skiing is just arms. So you can imagine just arms, no core abs, no back, and a freak accident. First time I'd had an injury in 29 years. And an acquaintance from Facebook reaches out because they see my post on social media saying I'd injured my shoulder. Like, I've got something I think that may help. Fast forward a week and a half, I get these patches in the mail that are the size of a quarter. I stick it on my arm. I wake up the next morning. All of a sudden, I wake up, I've got less soreness in my shoulder. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's half gone after 10 hours of sleep. This is amazing. Blew me away. Fast forward 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm putting those things on every day, and I'm getting the same results every day. Why did I spend $25,000 on stem cells injections where I could be getting, I don't know, the same results with a fraction of the cost? And it's so easy, no prescription, and it's safe. Healing, recovery, bone health, soft tissue injuries. I'm just using my shoulders for all mobility. I'm doing an Ironman that's 140 miles long that takes me 11 hours. I got to take care of my body. So having a product like Lifewave makes so much sense to me because first of all, there's no chemicals I'm putting in my body, so it's all natural. And knowing that it's making me better while I'm sleeping, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's your mindset that's going to make you succeed or not. Every day when you wake up, you can choose to have any attitude you want. And so that same mindset is the reason why I use Lifewave. It's the reason why I push myself. You're going to fall. You're going to stumble. With the right mindset, with the right attitude, there's nothing you can't do. Taking that attitude in life not only makes you feel good, it makes people around you feel better. And then all of a sudden, the world is better. Such a cool way to live.
So don't forget your furry friends, because our doggies really, really benefit from, and animals around the world benefit from using the patches. I use my patches for my little Cavalier King Charles, Vogie, and she absolutely responds amazingly well. She had a little bit of arthritis in her back legs, and using the X39s and some of the other patches, she is like a little spring chicken. So just don't forget about your little furry friends. So if you love the technology, why not share it with the world? The Lifewave business opportunity. Lifewave, build with a company that has one-of-a-kind product, that has a 20-year patent, that no other company will make anything similar. Billions have been spent in the stem cell industry. We have a chance to be part of the business that has affordable stem cell activating product now for everyone. So join our ever-growing team. It's that pyramid thing. No, it's that freedom thing. So when you look at the corporate environment and any other kind of business work that you might be doing, you will see that's actually the pyramid scheme. So you'll see the CEO at the top, your vice president, senior employees, managers, worker bees, and how many of us don't ever get to the pinnacle of our career where we are earning huge amounts of money. So when you look at network marketing, you are the CEO of your business. How hard you work and how much time you put in is how much you'll get out. It's simply like that. So it's the only vessel that brings you residual income in the future when you no longer want to work going forward. However, there are some T's and C's. Why do so many fail and only 1% make it in this industry? Well, because there's a time frame. Like any business, there is a time frame for this business in particular. The first year to 2, you are going to learn everything around this business. Year 2 to 4, you're going to start creating a salary that you could leave your current job for. Year 3 to 5, you are going to start tripling your income. And year 7, you are going to go downhill with that wonderful person that's riding in the car, the sports car, enjoying the ride. So this is where it becomes critical mass, and this is where you get your residual income. It isn't easy. In the beginning, it's what makes most people fail, because they have to persevere, they have to have patience, tenacity, discipline, because most people say no, because no one really understands the value of what you are busy building. So most clients won't, continue using products. You will have to continue that rhythm and bringing in new customers. But I think, in all honesty, when you start to understand the value, it's like any business. When you look at other businesses, don't we sell things on an ongoing basis? Why do people think that it's any different in network marketing? So I think it's because of the whole idea of it. Most people come into this business and within 6 months, because they haven't got to where they've got to, they just stop and they just say they're not interested anymore. They'd rather give up and go back to their real job. So for us, we understand the time frame. We understand that this is a 7-year career, and if you stick it out for 7 to 10 years, most people in this industry get to have the joyride. So you need to have some skills, you need to have leadership, you need to have expertise, you need to have a team, you need to be motivated. And this is why it's so important for us to do our training every single day. And when some people ask me every single day, Mandy, I say to them, don't you have meetings at work? Don't you go and see your clients? Don't you go and have, work meetings? Absolutely. So why is this any different? So success is not just a few things. It's many things. Hard work, persistence, late nights, rejections, sacrifices, disciplines, criticism, doubts, failures. Very little risk when you start with network marketing, because you're not going to lose anything. The amount of time that you put in will come back to you tenfold. Let's just remind you that there are no shortcuts to success. So this is what our training looks like. This is our 5:30 a.m. training. Then we have another training at 9 a.m. So we call ourselves the pajama party. We don't care what we look like. We are there to grow our businesses. So set your goal, make a plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach your goal. Working and helping others to reach their financial goals, and also, most importantly, freedom. Let's work together. The only way to reach your goals is to work as a team. Contact me if you want to hear more about the Lifewave business, if you want to hear more about the products. Let me sit with you and let me talk you through the process and get you into action. There's my telephone number. My email address is info@futurewellness.online. I'm based in George, South Africa, and my website is www.futurewellness.online. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me this afternoon, or this evening, should I say. And hopefully I will end up being able to sort out my lives on Instagram. I really don't know what's going on, but I'm going to be able to sort that out very, very shortly. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you all soon.